Hey, what's up, people? Mark Duncan here, running as Oregon's next governor. I want to take a second and talk about why I'm pro life. So many people want to talk and smash my pro life agenda, my ideas, and my beliefs. So I figure I'd take a second and publicly defend my beliefs. So, first and foremost, I am the only governor's candidate that will not sway on the fence line. I'm not going to I'm going to pick a side and I'm going to go with it. I'm not going to be like everybody else and talk about how I'm both pro-life and pro-choice. Bull crap. I am 100% pro-life. And here's why. First, I believe that life begins at conception. And one of the reasons I believe this is because a sperm cell shows the human instincts to know where to go and what to do when it gets there. It's fertilized and it grows like a plant, which we consider alive. As it grows, it becomes more as it grows. Now, when it becomes more, it starts feeding a human instinct. It absorbs nutrients from its mother. Okay, it's not just laying there. The fetus itself is doing a task. It's absorbing nutrients and growing. So it's alive. Now, I also believe that we've already set precedents down on this issue. I believe that WIC was created before Roe versus Wade. WIC clearly states proof of life as a prerequisite to get a tax-funded benefit like WIC. Proof of life was a prerequisite. That's their quote, proof of life. Now, what they refer to as proof of life is a positive pregnancy test. So, if this sperm cell is given life in order to receive WIC, it's showing human instincts, it's doing a task, and it's growing. These are all characteristics of something that is alive. Now, when you talk about the other issues, like woman's choice, see, this is one of the biggest issues I have with it. Because woman's choice, to me, is a clear violation of gender discrimination. Since, by definition, woman's choice means that men are inferior and have no choice at all. So how is that equal? How is it that women fought for equality in the 60s? Equal opportunity, equal pay, equal rights. And then in 1973, they were awarded choice. Now they say, my body, my choice. That's what you're always going to hear. My body, my choice. Well, the fact is one, they share that body now. It's not just their body. There's another human growing inside of it. So there's your first problem with my body, my choice. Because at some point for 9 months, that body is not just theirs. Period. Now, they want to talk about what about rapes and sexual assaults. So here's the facts on that. The fact is only 7% of assaulted women can get pregnant because of the stress alone. And of that 7%, only 1% of them are able to go full term. So mathematically, this is like 0.00009% of the population is what we're talking about here. Not a majority, not even close to a majority. What we're talking about is a vast minority. We can't make laws based on lies. We can't make laws based on minor issues or smaller populations. As sad as sexual assault is, as sad as rape is, that's not the problem. The problem is far too many women are using abortion as an excuse to escape pregnancy. They give a million reasons why they're not ready to have a kid. The truth of the matter is when a woman's not ready to have a kid, she can go have an abortion. When a man's not ready to have a kid, it don't matter. He don't get to make her have an abortion. He's oftenly forced to pay child support for a child he never even wanted. You see, women have an escape route. Men don't. Oftenly, men are forced to pay child support or they lose their rights, their driver's license, or their freedom. But yet, somehow, that's not the same way for women. Now, am I advocating for men to be able to walk away from responsibility? No. What I'm advocating for is men having the ability to stand up to their responsibility, being taught that they're more than just a child support check. Raising men to believe that they're just as equal as women when it comes to raising children, instead of making them believe they're nothing more than deadbeat child support checks. You see, the problem is since 1973, we have been raising young men to believe that they don't matter when it comes to raising children. We've been raising young men to believe that their roles are diminished. Young men are raised to believe that they're nothing more than a deadbeat child support check. This is a trend we must stop. This is something that we must push to bring back manhood, to bring back young men and teach them how to be fathers to their children. We need to pass initiatives that end abortion, that end woman's choice, that allow men to have the freedom to raise a child if they so choose. We need to give men the ability to sign documentation at a courthouse giving them sole custody of a child that a mother does not want. If a father wants that child and a mother wants to abort that child, a father should be able to stop that mother from killing their kid, if that father is willing to assume all responsibility. And it should go vice versa. If a father is not ready to have a child and the mother is, that father should be able to walk away from all responsibility. You can't have cake and ice cream too. Pick a side and go with it. Are we co-parenting? Or are we not? Or does it take two to tango? Two to make love, two to have sex. But only one to raise a kid? Isn't it not obvious that when you look at the raise of abortion rates, you're looking at the raise of single parents? You're looking at the raise of absentee fathers? The more abortions became legal, the more we pushed fatherhood to the back burner. My campaign is all about bringing back father rights. My campaign is all about bringing back the equality that we as a nation truly deserve and truly need. So please get out there and vote for me, Mark Duncan, as Oregon's next governor. And what I will do is I will stop all funding the minute a fetus qualifies for WIC. Meaning no abortions, period. If a positive pregnancy qualifies a child as a prerequisite for proof of life, when it comes to a tax-funded program, that same is going to apply for due process, proof of life, prerequisition for due process, as well as WIC. And if a positive pregnancy is good enough for WIC, a positive pregnancy should be good enough in the eyes of our government. I will end all state spending on abortion. Period. Abortions will be looked at in this state as something a person will have to fund on their own with a good reason and proof of that reason. No longer will we allow people just to kill their babies simply because they're not ready. I have 4 young girls, and I teach those girls every day that sex is a responsibility. You choose to have sex, be willing to deal with the outcome. See, sex is the choice, and we all have to deal with our choices. So let's end the sexism. Let's end the one-sided parenting. Let's end the false narratives. If I'm elected as governor, I will make the term woman's choice a discriminatory term where men can begin suing women for their rights in the state of Oregon. I will begin lawsuits and open up our state so that men can start fighting women for their equality inside our courtrooms, inside our families, and inside our households. Woman's choice is discriminatory. Woman's choice is, by definition, discrimination against men and against fathers. And in Oregon, fathers will begin to be able to turn it around. They will begin to get their rights back, and they will begin to be able to sue for such. No longer will we hear woman's choice. Instead, we should hear equality. Period. This is America. So follow me. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Gab, Spreely, Linked, Reddit, Pinterest. I mean, I'm on all of them. Just go look me up. If there's a social media site out there, just go look me up. Redeem Oregon, Mark Duncan, Duncan for Governor. Just go look me up and you'll find me. Subscribe to the channels. Follow my campaign and help. Share, invite, and vote for me. Thank you, and God bless. Duncan, out.